Yo, it's your boy Keante Smith. Age 21. Finna knock just a little quick interview out, you feel me? You wanted to ask me where I'm from Chicago, of course. Yeah. As far as nickname, they call me like Tay Da Actor or stuff like that. People call me like Tay. That's growing up. I ain't gonna tell y'all what my grandma used to call me. I ain't definitely embarrassed myself in the interview. But other than that, yeah, 21 and alright. So I wanna be up out of here. Hottest actor that's finna come up out the city. Yeah, that's shit to talk about for sure. That's shit to talk about.
Yes, sir.
Man, fuck they talk about acting like one of them see no motherfucking camera, man. Shut up fucking one time, man.
Alright, man. Y'all already know, man. We got my boy Keante.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Alright, so a lot of people know that you was on the show Reawakening and shit like that, you know, saying like that. Yeah, but a lot, some motherfuckers don't know, man. Tell them, like, you elaborate on like how you got on that show. Then, like,
man, you know. Shorty, like, doing the Reawakening, I started doing that when I was like freshman year of high school. Like, I think I was just coming out of 8th grade when I auditioned for that. But that was like 2014, 2015 when Mixy Story came out. That was the first little part of the Reawakening I was in. Everybody from Chicago, you know, whether it's old people, the young people, like, who grew up on that, they know what the Reawakening is. Like, starting off with just Chris, Cornbread, like Dante Fan, he really snapped when he dropped that in Chicago like that. That was big, like, in my eyes, and I'm pretty sure other people in Chicago, they know how busting the original Reawakening was. So long story short, I just literally going through the channels one day. This is like my freshman, not even my freshman year, cause this one, the Chris and the Cornbread, they story came out. So I was shorty, so I'm like, damn, I'm just flipping through the channels. I see like two little niggas like they fighting and arguing. So what the hell is this? And that shit just was interesting to me. Niggas like me, this look like some shit motherfucker could relate to. So from there, I was just following that shit, start following Dante Fan on social media and shit. From there, he posted about auditions and I just went for that shit. I ain't never had no acting experience before that. Before I did the Misty Story. I'm gonna get into the whole little storyline, Misty Story, that, but I ain't had no acting experience before that. Like, I grew up just watching like movies I wasn't even supposed to be seeing at a young age. Like, I was watching shit like Set It Off and Baby Boy and Belly and shit. Like, my granddaddy let me watch all that shit. Even my grandma, I was watching cartoons and shit as a shorty, but like I was watching Good Times and Stand for the Sun and What's Happening and shit. Like, ooh, what kids you know like sitting in front of the TV trying to watch that shit.
Facts,
so that's how I honestly fell in love with acting. But other than that, when I auditioned for the Reawakening, man, I was nervous here. I was a shorty. I'm seeing the people that I'm watching on Channel 25. Damn, I'm surrounded by all of them, so I'm nervous. But like, I don't know. Like, I truly feel like God gave me a special talent, cause like I feel like with this acting shit, I feel like when I truly lock in with it, I feel like, I don't know, it's like how some people,
you win it, yeah.
It's like I'm winning. You know how like basketball players before, like how they get their feeling, like when that ball just release their fingertips, like
gonna get that chip.
I don't know, that shit do something to me. Like, it's really my passion with this shit. So I auditioned or whatever. I was nervous. I know he could tell, but like he was molding me. He seen something in me, and I snapped. And from there, he was just molding me. He had a little building up on the north side. We rehearsed that and shit. I usually go to rehearsal after I get out of class and shit, and I'm in school learning, and get out of school learning some shit I'm falling in love with more and more. So shit, after a while, we did a decent amount of rehearsals working with Dante Fan. Dante Fan, you feel me? he really cold with the whole writing and directing and producing. Like, everybody know he had Chicago on lock. He molded a bunch of stars, you feel me, out of the own city of Chicago. Like, that was big. So like, working with him and being under his direction, like, it was authentic, it was real. Like, you feel me? I'm used to the Hollywood and professional realm too. Not to say his not, it's just, you know, Reawakening was more on the urban level. So like, it was way more relatable, the stories and stuff, acting the characters. So working with him after just watching Reawakening all the time on Channel 25, that shit, I don't know, that was big for me, because this is my first thing. I'm pretty sure this is how Chris, Cornbread and them, you know, all the other sides of Reawakening, I'm sure this is how they felt. Shit, it clouded them up. That's not why I was in it, but shit, that's what came with it, you feel me? And that's how I jumped off to Reawakening. Bro, after so many rehearsals, fame, I guess he just, you know, took some time to really lock in. So for a minute, we weren't doing shit. And one day, I think it was like right before Thanksgiving, one day he called me, he like, hey, you ready to film? I'm like, shit. I'm like 15, 16, but I ain't gonna lie. I ain't started like working the shit till like my sophomore year. So my OG, she was still buying all my shit. I wasn't no bum and shit, but like shit. At that time when he called me, it was out the blue, so I ain't had no haircut. I'm like, damn, I'm just finna throw something on, fuck it. I'ma just worry about the acting. I ain't gonna worry about that shit. So, boom, he called me, I go film with Ocean, whatever. I go film with her. He like, alright, this was gonna happen, boom, boom. He lay out the little scenario. We go over the lines. We rehearse before we go film the shit. Shit was dope as hell. That was my first time meeting Ocean. I don't think I met Chris that same day. I don't think I met him that same day, but yeah. So that first time when I had film with Ocean and Misty Story, that shit was like really almost out the blue. Like came up with Anthony, and that shit just went from there. And I built it from there under, you know, Dante Fame, where he had wrote for me, but I just capitalized it from off of there. The reaction, sure, I ain't know what to do I ain't know what to do with that cloud at first, like. You feel me? This was my first time, and my ass like shit. My first Berk shit. Yeah, I'm still like it's a Chicago show, but shit. A lot
it's
of
big.
It's big. It's everybody in the
bigger
city
than Chicago,
tuning
yeah.
in to Channel 25. D Fame got the they tuning into that shit. So long story short, I ain't know how to really handle all the clout. Like ain't nobody really teach me like, alright, don't be arguing with motherfuckers who hating just to hate on you, see what you got going on. You feel me? On your success and shit like that. I ain't know how to handle all that clout, the likes and just, you feel me, all the attention, all the little support. Like in school, even like I was cool, like I had my little crew or whatever, and I was a little class clown, but like I wasn't real live extra and all that, you feel me? So I don't know, all that attention, it was like, yeah, this me, this what I want to do, man. And it wasn't even just for the clout, but I was like, cause I know that's what come with that shit, but I'm like, yeah, this me right here.
Facts. You was talking about like how people hating, like talk to like the actors coming up, you know, like people hating on them. You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't know, like it's weird. Like the industry today, and as far as like actors and coming up, I feel like it's hard because it's almost crab in the barrel. Like you feel me? A lot of people they don't want to see you. They don't want to see you making, and they see you succeeding. So they'll try to throw dirt on your name or try to hate on you to stop that, just so either they could get to where they going thinking that's gonna help elevate them, and it don't work like that, or that's the type of person that he is. But what I tell everybody, don't pay none of that no attention whatsoever. I had to learn the hard way. Like you can't be saying you got a name for yourself and all this attention on you, and you trying to be somebody out here in the industry. You can't be arguing with people all on social media 24/7. Like that shit might sound good like on the shade room and shit like that, but me personally, I had to learn how to don't feed into none of that. Motherfuckers gonna talk about you at the end of the day, whether you doing something good or bad. So they talking about you doing something right for sure. And over my years, I've been acting since I was 15. I'm 21 now. Over my years, I had to really learn that as I grew up. And shit, I think I'm at a point now, like, a lot of shit don't even really faze me. If it ain't about no work or nothing like that, I ain't tripping. Reawakening, like, I first got the chance to, Ocean, she was the first person I, like, really worked with, because that's my first little scene. Then working with Enoch, Misty, Toy, I worked with her. Who else? I worked with Santa, you know, everybody from the music story, Cam, like, it was big, like, working with all of them. That shit was so huge for me, just coming in. I'm surrounded by shit, hood legends in my eyes. Like, that's how I looked at it, though.
Facts. Talk about your character on the show, like, what you did, like, what your character
Anthony
was
was basically, he just that little fake badass kid, got the little girlfriend, you know, real sweet. He ain't really hard, but you feel me, like, he basically, like, try to play that role to an extent. Not like he could, you know, like he faking it, but, you know, Anthony, he just cool. So me and Ocean, we had our little relationship. Then I wound up getting to her brother, and that was a whole big thing, bro. And I tell you, when that episode dropped, I set my phone down and my phone was blowing up the whole night. Like that episode was lit when I shot E-Nut, bro. He remember that shit. Working with Peanut, like that shit was lit. Working with everybody.
Facts. What's some opportunities that came after the show? Like, did people hit you up? Like, want to work with you?
Also one of the characters on there, Michael David Hammond. You know, he played one of the detectives. Like he was really a real actor himself too. You know, real professional, had an agent, everything. So he kind of was putting me up on game. Like when we was on set, you know, just giving me advice. Cause I told him like, I really want this. Acting is something I really see myself doing like long term. So like he kind of threw me in the game with the whole meeting a talent agency, and cause I ain't really know nothing about no real talent agency. Like when I was young, I tried out for them little scams, little you know, fake wannabe Nickelodeon, Disney Channel auditions agency, but those are scams. I want to pay the people no money. Y'all supposed to. That ain't how it go. So. Word of advice to all the actors and up-and-coming actors and actresses out there: if an agency wants you to come up with some money up front, it's a scam. The only time you're really supposed to pay your agent is when you get booked for something, and they, you feel me, helped you book that. But other than that, all the other stuff is scam.
All right, so you touched on about the agency and stuff. Like, did you have an agent yourself, and like how did that go about?
So one of the stars, you know, the co-stars of the Reawakening, the mystery story I was on, Michael David Hammond, he kind of like put me up on game about the agencies. Because when I was younger, I tried out for the little fake pay me up front agencies. Nah, but he really told me like, this is how a professional agency works, how you get roles and stuff like that. How do you get speaking parts on national syndicated shows, stuff like that. I ain't really have no knowledge other than all the fake agencies, like I say. So like, I was just listening and just did some research myself. And I told him, this is something I really want to do long term. So he literally put me in like, you know, contact with his agency, Guild Talent. That's who I'm currently with. Once he put me in contact with them, it was like they sat down and actually told me themselves what the company is about, and you know, getting the headshots, you know, going over auditions and lines and cast the company, stuff like that. Cause it was all foreign to me, but I made sure I got on top of it, because like I said, this is what I wanted to do, and they was so helpful in just helping me get prepared for, you know, whenever my auditions was gonna start coming in, you feel me? So I think that, you know, if it wasn't for the Reawakening and me meeting Michael David Hammond, like, you know, all the stuff I got now, like it kinda wouldn't sort of happen for real. But like it was a blessing being that young and saying like, I'm from Chicago and I got an acting agent after just really doing the Reawakening. Yeah. That was love, for sure.
Great love. Alright, so since you touched on that now, what's some new projects that you know that you was on?
Man, I love when people ask me that. I love when people ask me that. So my first movie, When Does It Stop?
Ooh, movie, okay.
Yeah, that's my baby. Right. Like I just shot that last summer, 2020. You know, post-production, you know, it take a minute to get all the editing right, but we just taking this time, but it should be dropping hopefully sometime this year. A real Chicago movie. Like I ain't really gonna spill no details, but that's something that's still in the works. I got a pilot I did early part of last year that's still dropping. There's some big things going on with that, so I can't even speak on that. It's called The Come Up. You can follow that page on Instagram, The Come Up Shy. What else? I got a robot little short film I had did that same beginning of the year last year, around that time. After I did The Come Up, I think I did The Come Up first, and then a little robot short film. That's still in post-production, because got pushed back for some corona stuff. What else I got coming up? I just shot a short film. I just did Vulture City a few months ago. Chicago PD, that's still a syndication after, what, it's 2021? I did that in 2019. That ain't nothing but a blessing. So I'm always working on something. And me personally, like, if I ain't working on something, or you think I'm not working on something, I'm in a crib, like, really researching and studying, like the way my brain with acting and stuff work. Like, I think about that shit 24/7. I could be just researching on Wikipedia, looking at the budgets of movies, how it was made and shit like that. Like, I look up shit like that all day long. Know every line, all type of movies. Like, I don't know. This is something I really see myself doing
Like, then.
for the rest of my life.
Alright, for sure, man. Sound like you're doing your thing out here, man.
Sure,
Alright.
appreciate it, man.
So,
Appreciate it, bro.
you know, I know acting. That's a tough job, man.
You gotta bring a lot of emotion out, man.
Exactly, man. So, all I want to know is, how do you remember them lines? Like how your schedule go about?
Be remembering lines, you say?
Yeah, all your lines, yeah.
Man, like I say, I feel like anybody, they could do anything they put their mind to. You feel me? If you want to do something, go all out. I feel like certain stuff though, I feel like it got to be almost natural, like a real life gift, and I feel like God blessed me with that. So I feel like that got something to do with it, as far as, you know, handling auditions and being in front of a camera and stage fright and all that. Other than that, if it's one of them auditions and they already sent me lines already and I got a couple days to rehearse, I go hard at it. I don't try to overkill it and, you know, wear myself out, try to conserve my energy, but I hit it hard. I study, and then I just practice in the mirror. That's one of the ways that, you know, up and coming actors and actresses, they could practice, like going over your lines in the mirror and stuff, monologues, even TikTok skits like that. All that's acting, that's practice, you feel me? And yeah, so if they already send me the lines and I got a few days to rehearse, I'm going over that, you know, steadily. If it's one of my dishes, I gotta come in with a monologue. If I got a video reference, I'm steady looking at that before my audition coming up. So that's all about, with me personally, it's all about just locking in. You know, I pray before every audition. Like, I keep God with me daily, and I pray before every audition. So, yeah, that's all I can.
So, I know you got compared to somebody like in the, you know, the industry. Like, if so, like who and like.
I don't know. I don't really like being compared to nobody. Like, if some, like, I had family members, people on Facebook like, you cold, but like I could really see you a young Denzel or a young. I don't like that, because number one, them is like real live goats. I ain't even finna sit here and say like, nah, because at the end of the day, that's Denzel or that is whoever else I've been compared to. I don't like being compared. I appreciate it, but like, I don't know. I want to be the first Keante Smith in the industry. I don't really want to get into the whole the comparisons and stuff. I don't really want that, you know, to follow me. Nice. People have said little stuff like that, up and coming, you know, actors and stuff like that. They'd be like, they could see me playing in Power, some alongside Tariq and stuff like that. Who else? Jarrell, Jerome played in When They See Us. You know, young actors coming up like that. I don't like being compared to them. Khalil Everidge, and you know, he had his thing on beats. I don't like being compared, because I feel like everybody is talented in their own way, you feel me? So everybody got their own capabilities when it comes to acting, and so like, I don't see where the comparison come from. I don't want to be compared to them, but I want to be the first Keante Smith, be my own person. Yep. And I want to work with everybody in the industry, you feel me? I love networking and meeting new actors and people. Like, I talked to Khalil a few times, you know, when Beach dropped, that was big for Chicago in itself. That was just like the Shy and Chirac. So I had the pleasure of talking to him on Instagram. Hopefully we get to do something one day. Just networking with a lot of actresses and actors in the city. I know so many people. I could shout them all out, but they know who you is.
Who was somebody that inspired you, you know, to be an actor, or, you know, just being a man in the world every day, you know, how you go about life?
Oh, man, my boy Franklin Say, Damson Idris, he one of my inspirations. Amari Hardwick, I always been a big fan of Tyler Perry, of course, Denzel Washington. His son, I really been rocking with his son movies. I enjoyed Tenet. Like, it was a little confusing, but like, that movie cold. He a cold actor. Who else I'm working with in the industry? Actresses wise, I always been a fan of Loretta Devine, Angela Bassett, the OGs in the game. As far as like TV shows I'm watching, I'm rocking with, you know, of course, Power, waiting on Raising Kanan to drop. I want to work with 50 Cent. I'm gonna get that one day. I'm putting that work in. I'm coming for one of them roles. But as far as like inspirations, like really everybody from like the 90s, as far as like African American actors, yeah, man, I got a lot of inspiration, you know, because I told you I grew up watching a lot of I grew up young watching a lot of movies, like urban little flicks, so all the urban flick actors like I grew up on mostly everybody that's in the game right now.
For sure.
As far as like older people, not to say like I ain't rock with the younger actors, but like, you know, I got an old soul.
So we know the Keante, you know that act, man. Alright,
The
so
actor.
Alright, so on a daily basis, like how your schedule, like how your day go?
I don't know, like usually like I don't know, ever since I was 16, like you always really find me. If I went to school, I was working. I had my first job was Target. Like my junior year, I was working at Target. From there, I was working at UPS, Staples. I worked at Burlington. I just stopped working at Dollar General. I didn't work for Army Veteran Service, getting paid by the day. What else I didn't work? My most recent, for almost 2, going on 3 years, was Walmart. Now, I'm finna be working at George, you know. I be feeling like working a job that keep me busy on top of the acting, like all that playing a part into it, meeting new people, talking to people every day, you know, just engaging with people. Like, I don't know. Retail for me, that's always something that just came easy to me. So making money on the side and still being able to act, like I was able to juggle that shit all throughout, from high school to now, still juggling and working and acting. And it ain't gonna be no 30 plus years for a company. Not that that's a bad thing. Me personally, I got bigger dreams than that. But hell yeah, I still be working a 9 to 5. Shit, I ain't too humble to say that shit. The most interesting and funniest jobs I ever had was working at Walmart on 83rd. Like, I don't know, I met so many people that not even just employees, like just customers, like you could really relate to up in there, like almost like family. Don't get me wrong, it'd be busting in there sometimes. Anybody that's from Chicago shopped on Walmart on 83rd, they know it'd be busting. But like the employees was family. Like I met people, like to this day I still talk to after working there for almost 2 years, like still close with. Like, I don't know, people had their little misconceptions. Oh, Walmart is this and Walmart is ghetto. Like, they be on the outside looking in. It'd be a lot of shit that be going on behind the process of how shit work in retail and shit like that. And shit, it's the environment we live in. But shit, I feel like, you know, us as a people, we gotta make the best of our situations. Don't always go into something looking for the bad, the negative, complain and shit. Walmart had got looted and everything. Like, they tore that place the fuck down. We was out of a job and everything, had to work on Doty. So like, all that shit, like people don't even know what people be going through on a daily basis. So like, when you coming out with an attitude already and shit like that, I don't know how people expect for people to react sometimes. Like, you supposed to be able to have good customer service for sure and be able to dodge shit like that. But everybody can't do that. That shit be hard. But yeah, like I say, working on Walmart, I met so many people, made so many funny ass memories. Like the shit is just hilarious.
Man, I appreciate this, Keante, man. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, anytime, more to come, bigger level, better quality.
Sure, man. Alright, so you know, it's a lot of people watching, man. You know, just keep them neutral. You know, what's some positive advice you can give to people?
The advice I would give the kids, the people, up and coming actors, actresses, the people in Chicago in general, like, just stay safe out here. It's a lot going on. Stay prayed up. If you got a passion and a dream, it's never too late to achieve it at all. It's never too late to achieve it. No matter how young you is, no matter how old you is. If you know in your heart that's something you want to do, go out there and get it. Time is limited out here on earth. So please, go and chase your dreams. It's never too late. It's never too early to start. Advice to up and coming actors and actresses: if you really want to get into it professionally, make sure you have your actors headshots, professional headshots. You know, you could, since this is a Chicago interview, go ahead and get y'all some free game. Jen Stanko Photography, she a good headshot artist. Jen Kelly, I believe, she's a photographer. It's so many, you could just go on Google and just research. Other than that, man, advice: just spread love, be genuine, work hard, play harder. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Thanks.